staffers on his first day with me got into an elevator in the Capitol. And in that elevator, we were joined by Ilhan Omar. Well, it was just us three in there, and I looked over and I said, well, look at there, it's the Jihad Squad. Dropping and running, so we're good.
Okay, so bad news, we couldn't hear the video. Good news, you guys could hear the video. Good news number two, it had captions. But just for JR's sake, you do lose something from just the caption. So I need you to understand that not only in that video was that another time that Lauren Boebert has told the supposed story of her mocking Ilhan Omar as a suicide bomber, but all the details were different. So she's just making this up every time she says it. But you need to understand that she delivers it as, and so I looked at her and I said, hey, Jihad Squad, and everyone in the room, I don't understand how some people choose to live their life. The delivery of the story was horrible. She has no charisma whatsoever. The message she's delivering is abhorrent, and she's also playing them because she's just making this up. That was terrible in every way that a story could be terrible. Personally, in terms of delivery, she is just an awful human being.
This is the thing, whenever punchlines come by, but I had seen it before, so I know exactly how she sounded, exactly what she did. So this is the thing, when you're telling, we have this whole debate over jokes and comedians and who can tell jokes and who can't and which one's offensive and what's not. And there's the line of like funny, right? The other part is when you don't have to be funny is when you're telling just jokes that are at the expense of other people that you hate. So the punchline is, because she's a Muslim.
Yeah,
that's not a punchline. That's just hate, bigotry, and racism. That's all that is. That has nothing to do with a roundabout way to even. You could even tell a bigoted joke in a better way, but she just chooses not to because why try? The punchline is the bigotry. You don't have to worry about how you say it. And number two. Yeah. I think as you point out, this is from back in September. So this is an ongoing regular thing that she does. This isn't I heard this one story and then I like to tell it. No, I like to tell this fake story over and over again with different angles and audience members cackling about it. That's all this is. It's a campaign thing.
Pathetic. And like if you were, I don't think that a single person who was in any of either of these two audiences that we've seen, or God knows how many other times she's told this exact same story minus the details changing, none of them will be offended, but they should be because she came up with this story, this lie, which says something about her, but it also says something about what she thinks about you. Like that this is what she comes and delivers. It's not, again, I feel like a broken record. It's not about your problems or how she's gonna fix them. It's about the biases and bigotries that she thinks you have, and then you prove that you have them by laughing at her inane story.
Yep.
By the way, at the same event, in this case, she said, Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib, these are just black-hearted evil women. Just total coincidence that she chose two women of color in Congress to describe as black-hearted.
Coincidence, John.
By the way, you are the one that is going around to tons of events telling stories mocking someone's religion and saying that makes them a terrorist. They're the evil women. They're evil. This is what you are doing. I'm not a Christian. I'm gonna be completely honest. I love any Christian watching this. I think it's as made up as every other religion. That said, I don't feel like any of this is consistent with what they say they're gonna be like when they become Christians. Is this a what would Jesus do thing? Oh, Jesus would go to like cocktail parties and he'd mock other religions as being terrorists. That's what he would do. No, you're just a terrible person. No, but I wouldn't want to talk to you at a party. I wouldn't want to have to ride an elevator with you. Like if there's supposed to be any benefit from religion, it is supposed to be trying to teach you to be a better person. That's what all of them do. Why did it fail so wholly when it comes to people like Boebert and Green and Gates and Gosar and all of them?
Sadly,
I don't know. Maybe they need more religion because the amount they have isn't doing it.
Yeah, sadly, it's set up by the way that we allow religion, specifically Christianity in this country, to just flow freely. Tax-free things. You get to preach your sermons. You get to have your congregations and then collect money so you can continue to help the community, which is the original thought about this whole thing, or fund the church and then help the people that attend the church. But since that became such a good money grab, people that have nothing to do with the religion or nothing to do with the belief system took it over. I mean, at least as far as the leadership groups in many of these churches. So they're like, oh man, this is a perfect scenario. The country allows me to just do this wholeheartedly and freely without any taxing. So why wouldn't I do this? And then of course, grifters and people who want to make more money off of other people's backs, they take this as a perfect opportunity. It has nothing to do with Christianity. And the people who do believe many times get duped into thinking these folks believe the same thing that they do.
Yeah. In any event, Ilhan Omar did respond to this new version of this, tweeting, "The evolution of this dangerous tale is frightening. Trying to come up with the most bigoted ways to traffic Islamophobic tropes is the brand of the Republican Party. It should be clear by now that there needs to be real consequence for this hateful anti-Muslim rhetoric. Enough." Is it enough? I don't know. House leadership say that they're considering whether to take action against her. Yeah. Maybe they will. They eventually did against Gosar. That's true. But Lauren Boebert is just, she's not backing down. Like she went on Laura Ingraham last night to say, I didn't apologize to placate Ilhan Omar or whatever. Okay, well, so but again, you are the I'm not claiming that there's some sort of divine thing that I'm a part of. You are doing that. You are saying that you are a conservative Christian. Aren't they supposed to be all about forgiveness and confessing your sins and all of that? She says they don't want an apology, they want public humiliation. Yes, forget about them. You were wrong. You know that what you did was wrong. You as a Christian are supposed to seek forgiveness by confessing your sins. You're supposed to, like whatever she wants, who cares? You're not supposed to be answering her. You're supposed to be answering to all those people up there, right? Well, then you should be wanting to apologize regardless of what they want, but you don't want to because despite the fact that on some level you know that what you're saying is absolutely abhorrent and is in no way grounded in Christianity, the behavioral precepts that you're supposed to have from that, you don't care about that. You care about looking cool and having lizard brains laugh at your little stupid story. That's what you want.
This is the thing. So people that have experienced social privilege their whole lives like this, they're the types that once they have to actually own up, it's ironic because they talk about personal responsibility and pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. None of the things which they're willing to do themselves because they never had to. So when you've had to experience social privilege your whole life and you finally have to say something or own up to the things you've done, it's now becomes what's the term she used? It's now they wanna make us look like we're sacrificing ourselves in front or embarrassing in front of publicly, because it's embarrassing and sacrificing in order to say publicly that you were wrong, or to say that my belief system might be off and I may have to do some work on myself. I may have to advance myself. I may have to make myself be a better person. All those things, they're embarrassing and sacrificial for people like her. Isn't that amazing? Doesn't that say more about her character and her personality than anyone else? It's embarrassing to come out and say you were wrong. Come on, bro.
Sacrifice
and you follow
is
that.
Like the core of their religion, but that's for other people. That's for Jesus' people. That's not for them, apparently. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.